In a village, a male and female voice could be heard screaming and yelling twice a month, the 7th and 27th. However, the words they used were of an unknown language, a language only known in another world, the spiritual world. The screaming could be heard by all the villagers who would go seek out the source, but when they arrive, the screaming stops. Instead, an unsettling and eerie feeling would settle upon the villagers. The clan leader of the village had heard of a spiritual healer, named Master Cheyenne, who lived 3 days and 3 nights away by foot, that had the ability to speak with both the worlds of the living and dead. The clan leader sent his 3 sons to approach her for help. Master Cheyenne replied that she had just returned from the dragon world of Prince Sheena and needed to rest. The sons begged and pleaded. They promised her the horns of their father's white buffalo in return for her help. When they arrived, it was only the 25th, so she rested? She had the villagers prepare a table for the items she needed, which consisted of fruits, a cooked chicken, cooked rice, water, paper money, incense, and white flowers, table and a chair for her to perform her duties. When Master Cheyenne, the spiritual healer, arrived in the spiritual world, she saw a man and a woman tied to a tree. They were stabbed and poked by spears and knives by a group of people. Master Cheyenne asked what they were doing, but no one answered her. They just disappeared, leaving the tied-up couple. Master Cheyenne approached the couple and asked them what was going on. The couple pleaded for her help. They told her no one could understand them. Master Cheyenne told the couple that she understood them. They pleaded for her help and mercy. They admitted to having sinned against the village and villagers. Master Cheyenne asked them for what sins they committed. They were very poor and did not want to commit crimes in their own village, so they traveled to the next nearby village, a more wealthy village, and stole chickens, cows, and pigs. However, they were caught by the rich villagers, who then tied them up and hit them. The rich villagers also fed them drugs to kill them and left them on the roadside. The couple did not die and made their way home. When they arrived home, the rich villagers showed up with more drugs and fed it to them again. They became addicts who would steal to feed themselves, as they no longer wanted to work for their livelihood. The couple did not die and made their way home. When they arrived home, the rich villagers showed up with more drugs and fed it to them again. They became addicts who would steal to feed themselves, as they no longer wanted to work for their livelihood. When rich villagers knew of their addiction, they took advantage of them, commanding them to steal the children from their own village and killing them for body parts for the wealthy village. So they killed 27 young children under 10 years old. The poor villagers started to realize that when the children went missing, the couple had paid visits to those missing children's homes. So when the last few children went missing, the poor villagers followed the couple and discovered them headed to the rich village and selling the children there. They also discovered that the couple were living in luxury in the rich village, a contrast to the way they lived in the poor village. The poor villagers secretly witnessed the killing of the last child, the 27th, and realized that was the fate of all the children taken. When the couple returned to the poor village, the villagers showed up to their home, captured them, dragged them outside, and tied them to a tree. Then they started beating and stabbing them with spears, knives, and any sharp objects they had or could find. Every day, the villagers would show up to the tree 7 times a day. They stabbed the couple in punishment for the 27 children taken and killed. The couple begged the spiritual healer for help, but the healer replied that she did not know how to. The couple told her that the ones she saw stabbing them were the devil's 4 disciples. The disciples were punished them. The couple were not welcomed in hell and could not return to the living, since they were already dead, and their bodies were decayed. They told the healer that they had already existed this way in the spiritual world for 100 years. They told the healer that the only way to help them is for her to inform the clan leader, who is his nephew, to prepare paper money to pay the devil and open the door of reincarnation for them. The spiritual healer asked how to free them from the tree, and they told her that she had the weapon that would free them by her side. The healer looked down and realized she had the dragon sword that she had received from Gao Yua's father when she had traveled to the dragon's world to free Gao Yua previously. The spiritual healer used the sword to cut the rope and free the couple. The healer then communicated to the living to burn 360 silver bar. Meanwhile, the healer brought them to the door of reincarnation, where they had to undergo judgment from Juotho, a large judgment sword that came down and split the couple apart. The husband turned into 12 pieces and the wife 6 pieces. The husband received the harsher punishment, as he was the one who came up with all the ideas for the crimes. The door guardsman told them to return after they had turned into animals and been killed. However, one of the husband pieces will be turned into a tortoise to live for 500 years. Once all their pieces are recollected again here, they would then be able to reincarnate. Master Cheyenne returned to the living, collected the white buffalo horn, and left for the next journey with her disciples.